Good afternoon, Heat Nation. It's Roy here again today, recording before the game against the Mavericks. But now it's going to be my penny picks, and this is going to be the part 3. I'm trying to do this as best as possible. We have 4 Heat players, but one of them only has one prop, who's Highsmith. Butler is questionable. I'm not doing any kind of look of props because I think he has been ruled out, but I'm not sure right now. As of now, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, these are the props and these are the projections, and I'm going to get right into it. So the first thing that I wanted to say is that the last video, I say that I think that this is going to be a high pointage. When I say that, I think that the teams are going to score high, but this could go very much easily the other way around because both teams are. One of the teams is ninth on in offense, but the Miami Heat has also increased that still by about 10 points below the Mavericks in general on average in the past 4 games. And the Mavericks don't have Luka, but they have Kyrie. So I think that their pace is going to increase just like it did against the Nuggets. And I think that our pace is going to increase just like it did against the 76ers. But it could very easily be a sluggish pace, fewer possessions, and everything that I say here may make no sense. So right now I'm counting with a high pointage game, with faster pace, with more possessions. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now, okay? So as far as the Miami Heat, the players are Tyler, Herro, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Haywood Highsmith. Let's start with Herro. He's projected to score 21.4 points, and right now I'm including the rating. The rating is 3 stars. So anything above 2 stars is good. Anything below 2 stars is not very good. So in this case, a solid projection for pointage, right? About 22 points, 21 to 22 points. The prop is 22.5. The gobbling is 15.5. And the devil is 26.5. I honestly would get the gobbling very easily. And I would go over on the projection because I feel like Herro, who's averaged over 23 points a game, will get his points today. I think that that's the case. Again, I might be wrong. I'm going to go with Herro being the higher scorer today. In terms of 3 points made, he's projected to have 3.6, but that's a 1-star projection because I think he can get more. He only has a regular prop, which is very interesting. At 3.5, I would go over it. I would say he gets 4 triples tonight, 4 or 5 triples tonight. In terms of rebounds, 5.2 projected rebounds. That's also 1-star projection. I think that's a fair projection, though, right? I think it's a fair projection. I think he gets about 6, 7, honestly. So I'll go over the devil in this case if I had spare money, but I would certainly go over the regular prop. In terms of assists, projected to score 4.8. That's a 3-star projection, a solid projection, 5 to 6. Assists, the gobbling is the only one available, 3.5, so yes, absolutely yes. Points, rebounds, and assists, 31.4. That's a 2.3 star. The gobbling is a for sure yes, 29.5. And the devil, I would not get a 39.5 because I don't think necessarily that that's something attainable for Herro, right? That would mean a high triple-double, which he often gets, but I don't think 39. I think around 35, maybe 33, 35. So I'll certainly get the gobbling here, right? Which again, it's 29.5. In terms of points and rebounds, 27.6 is 2-star average. 27.5 is the prop. That's an interesting one. I would go over it for sure because I think again that he's getting about 23 to 25 points tonight. Points and assists, 26.2 is the projection with a 3-star average. 27.5 is the prop. I would bet over it as well. I would bet over it in this one. There is no prop for rebounds and assists. So we move on to Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler doesn't have good ratings right now because he's not even expected to play. So his averages are always going to be 1 to 1.5 stars, right? So for example, points, 18.9 points projected, right? With a 1-star rating. 18.5 is the prop, 12.5 is the gobbling, 23.5 is the devil. Look, the gobbling and the regular I'll go over. The gobbling I'll go for sure over. Honestly, for Butler, I'll just take the gobbling. I wouldn't mess with anything else because you don't know what kind of Butler you're getting on any given night. There is no prop for 3 points made. There is a prop for rebounds. 5.1 is the projection with a 2-star rating. 5 is the prop. I would go over that one. I would go over rebounds and assists, for example, right? Points and assists, points and rebounds, that could be interesting as well. But as far as assists, is projected to have 5.3 assists with a 1-star rating. 5.5 is the prop, 3.5 is a goblin, 6.5 is the devil. I would bet the devil here in assists. I'll bet the devil for Butler. I think that Butler has about 7-8 assists tonight. Points, rebounds, and assists. The current projection is 29.3 with a 1-star average. Like I said, 29.5 is the prop. I would vote over here because of the rebounds and assists. I think that if he gets to around, 15 points, it's a tough one. Yeah, I would vote under here. Sorry, I would bet under here. Points, rebounds, however, 25, right? 1.5 star average. 24 is the prop, but 25 is the projection. I'll go under here. If it's points and rebounds and points and assists at 25, I think that he can get about 6-7 rebounds, 6-7 assists. So about 18 points, let's say. I wouldn't go there. I would go under in points and rebounds. I would go under in points and assists, projecting 25.2, 1-star average. 24.5 is the prop. I'll go under. Rebounds and assists, however, 10.4 with a 1-star average. 11 is the prop, right? For rebounds and assists. I would go over rebounds and assists. I would go under the points and rebounds, under points and assists. Use the gobbling for points, rebounds, and assists if available. Use the gobbling for points. But rebounds and assists, I trust Butler. If he plays, he's getting over that. He's getting about 12, 13 in this case. Something like that. 12 to 14 in this case. Moving to Bam Adebayo. Projected to score 19.3 points at a 3-star rating. Remembering that he comes off of a 5-star point, but that's not what he gets, right? He's been getting over 10 at least every game. So 17.5 is a prop, 12.5 is the goblin, 22.5 is the devil. I would stay away from the devil, but I would bet over, and I would bet the goblin for Bam Adebayo. 3 points made, there is no prop. Rebounds, 10.5 as a 1-star rating because I don't know why, honestly. The prop is 11. I would stay away from this prop right now because it's very likely that it can get 11 for you. I'm not sure if it can get 12. So my tendency here is to bet under. Maybe I would stay away from this prop, but I would bet under 11 rebounds, honestly. I mean, I would bet under 11 rebounds because if he gets 11, it's a tie. It's fine. You get a little bit of your money back, but I don't think he's getting 12, and he's likely to get around 10, right? 10, 11. In terms of assists, 4.2, that's a 3-star ever. That's a 3-star rating. In terms of the projection, 3.5 is a prop. I would bet over this one. 2.5, I'll get the goblin. 4.5, I would get the devil. If I say I'll get the devil, that means I'll get over, of course. And of course I'll get the goblin. Points, rebounds, and assists, 34, right? 34 as a 2.3-star average. 32.5 is the prop. I would bet over this one. Again, I do think he scores higher this game, about 15 points. Let's say 15 to 18 points. But that's why. In terms of betting, you just got to go with your guts. If you think you're going to go more, have more points. So yeah, we'll see about that. But that's kind of what my feeling is. In terms of points and rebounds, 30.8 is a projection with a 2-star average. 28.5 is a prop. I would bet over here for sure in terms of Bam. Points and assists, 23.5 is the projection with a 3-star average. 21.5 is a prop, so I would again bet over here. And rebounds and assists, 14.7. I would certainly consider this as a solid 2-star average projection, but still it's a solid projection. About 15, 16 in this case. The prop is 14.5 right now. Again, 239. I would bet over this prop. Moving to Mr. Highsmith. He only has one prop, which is points. This is a 4-star rating, 7.2 points. 7.5 is a prop. That's interesting. It's reasonable to go either over or under. It's going to be your choice. What I would do in this case for Mr. Highsmith is go over because it's from the Miami Heat. That's basically the way that it is. For the Dallas Mavericks, let's start with PJ Washington. In terms of points, he's projected to score only 12.8 points after scoring 22 points last game against the Nuggets. That's a 4-star rating. Again, it all depends on Luka right now. I don't see a report, but I'm pretty sure that he's out. 14.5 points is the prop. 10.5 is the Goblin. 19.5 is the Devil. Look, to me, the Devil here is a reasonable risk if Luka doesn't play, but I would go with the Goblin here. I would just stay away with the rest, from the rest. 3 points, it does have a projection there. 1.9 is the projection for a 1-star. The prop is 1.5, the Goblin. 2.5, the Devil. Goblin, I think, is a reasonable risk. The rebounds, 6.7, 4-star rating. The prop is 7.5. I would go under that prop for rebounds. 6.5 is the Goblin. I would say that's a reasonable risk, but if I go under, I just don't want to take this Goblin. It's not a fair Goblin. And of course, the 9.5, the Devil, stay away from it. Assists, 1.9 is just a 1-star rating. I think he gets more assists, so I would get the Goblin, which is 1.5. I would get the Devil, which is 2.5 if I felt like I had a little bit of spare money. For PJ Washington, I think he gets about 3-4 assists today. Points, rebounds, and assists, 21.4, 3-star average. 24.5 is the prop. Depends on Luka, right? If Luka is playing, this is under. If Luka is not playing, I would take this prop as a reasonable risk. But honestly, this one should go under. We should go under this prop. Yeah, 24.5 seems like a little bit high unless it gets to the type of scoring that he did last game, which I think was kind of a typical for him. Points and rebounds, 19.5, sorry. That's the projection with a 4-star average. So 22.5, the regular prop is under. Points and assists, 14.8, 2.5-star average. 16.5 is the prop under. Rebounds and assists, 8.6 is the projection with a 2.5-star average. 9.5 is the prop. I would go over here. And why would I go over here? Because I think that he can get about 4 assists and 5 rebounds, but maybe not. It's weird. I think that's the case, right? So I'll go over here. I know sometimes it may not make sense, but that's kind of my gut feeling here. For Klay Thompson, projected with a 3-star rating to score 15.3 points. The prop is 15.5, so pretty close there. 10.5 is the Goblin, so I'll take the Goblin. I would stay away from the Devil. I would go under in the regular prop. Take the Goblin, but go under in the regular prop. I think he scores around 13, 15 points. 3.1 is projected with a 2-star, 3 points made, right? 3.1, 3 points made with 2-star rating. No regular, only the Goblin 2.5 and 3.5 the Devil. This is a good one. If you have spare money, go with the Devil. If not, go with the Goblin. I think it's reasonable. Rebounds, 3.3 with a 1-star rating. It's tough, again, to say anything. It doesn't have a regular prop. He only has a Goblin prop for 2.5, a Devil prop for 4.5. I would say both are reasonable. Meaning reasonable risks. I think they're risky, but they're reasonable. So if you have a little bit more money, go with the Devil. Why not? Assists, 1.7 with a 1-star rating. Again, I think he gets more. So I certainly get the Goblin, which is 0.5. I think he gets about 4 assists as well. So I think I'll get the Devil in this one, right? 2.5 for Klay Thompson. Points, rebounds, and assists, 20.3 with a 1.6-star average. That's the projection. 20.5 is the prop. I would go under that prop. I would take the Goblin at 15.5 and, of course, ignore the Devil at 24.5. Points and rebounds is projected at 18.6 with a 2-star average. The prop is 18.5, so I would go under that prop right now. I would go under that prop. That's interesting, but I think he gets about 18 of those. So I don't think he gets 19, right? So I think he gets 16, 18 of those. The same thing with assists. It says 17 is a projection, 2-star average. 17.5 is a prop. Again, I'll go under it. Rebounds and assists, it's interesting. It's a 1-star average, 5. I would go over that. I think he gets more than that. I think he gets about 6, 7. Kyrie Irving, our final player, is projected to score 24.7 points with a 2-star average. It's interesting. He's averaging 23. The prop is 24. I would stay away from this prop, but if I had to bet on this prop, somebody held a gun to my head, which makes no sense. Why would they? I would bet under. I would take the gobbling, though, for 19.5, and I would stay away from the double, 29.5. It could surprise me, of course. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm right. 3 points made, 3.1. That's a 3-star rating. So over the prop of 2.5 right now. Get the gobbling at 1.5. Risk the double if you have spirit money at 3.5. I think you can get 3 to 4 points, 3-pointers. Depending on on how we defend today and how we guard today and how the zone works, because I know we're going to use zone today. Rebounds, 5 with a 2-star average. 4.5 is the regular prop. Reasonable risk as well for the gobbling. Reasonable risk as well for the which is 3.5, and the double 5.5. So reasonable risk all across the board. In terms of assists, I like the assists 6.1. That's a 4-star average. I'll go under 7. I'll take the gobbling at 5.5 as a reasonable risk. I'll stay away from the devil. Points, rebounds, and assists 35.8. That's a 2.6-star average. 36 is the prop that I would go under. 32.5 is the gobbling that I would take. 44.5, of course, I wouldn't. It's a double. Now, points and rebounds, 29.7. That's a 2-star average. 28.5 points and rebounds. I think it scores about 23.5. I would go under here. I wouldn't mess with this one. But if I had to mess with this one, I'll go under here, because I do think that it gets about 23 points, but it doesn't get more than 5, 6 rebounds. So it's pretty risky. Not pretty risky, but reasonably risky to go under here or over. So I would go under. 30.1 as a 3-star average is the points plus assists, and the prop is 31.5. So I would go under here as well. Again, right? I don't think that it gets a lot more assists than 5, 6, and it all depends on how much in terms of the points. So maybe 6, 7, but still it has to score about 23 to get to 30. So I would go under the 31.5 prop. Now, rebounds and assists, 11.1 is the projection with a 3-star average. 11.5 is the prop. This one I will also go under. I think it goes about 9 to 11, so it doesn't go 12, right? Here. And that's it for me. Just as a reminder that I forgot in the last video, I'm going to try to do this more. Gobblings mean a lower payout. Devils mean more riskier, a higher payout. Therefore, bet with caution, play safely, stay safe, stay dry, stay as happy as possible in this complicated world of ours, and let's go Heat. I hope we get everything over here. Let's go Heat.